Hulk want to know, are you not entertained? Welcome to Story Arc Explained, the series that gets you caught up to speed on the comic books that you didn't read. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Today we'll be covering the key plot points of Marvel's Planet Hulk, run by Greg Pak, Carlo Pagulayan, and Aaron Lopresti, which unfolded in the pages of The Incredible Hulk numbers 92 through 105 and Giant-Sized Hulk number 1. It's no secret that the Hulk is an unstoppable, destructive force of nature. His extraordinary strength and, shall we say, temper problems have caused more collateral damage over the years than any military weapon could ever hope to achieve. The final nail in the coffin was when the Jade Giant lost control in Las Vegas, practically leveling the entire city. The Illuminati, a group that actually consisted of Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Stephen Strange, Charles Xavier, Namor, and Black Bolt, all came to the conclusion that the Hulk had become too high of a risk to keep around any longer. They tricked the Hulk, sending him into orbit for a mission, then launching him through a wormhole rather than having him return home. The initial plan was to send him to a lush planet without any intelligent life where he wouldn't be able to hurt anyone else. However, a navigational error sent Hulk to the planet Sakaar. Upon his arrival, the Hulk was confronted by a savage alien race and was quickly incapacitated. Before long, the Green Goliath found himself tagged by a device known as an obedience disc and forced into tense gladiator matches to entertain Sakaar's emperor, the Red King. He was tasked with surviving 3 rounds in the arena. If he was successful, he would be freed. The Hulk wasn't alone in this pickle though, as there he formed a desperate alliance with other combatants. Meek, an insectoid Sakaar native, Eloy Kaifi, a Sakaar Imperial whose noble father Ronan spoke out against the Red King, Levan Ski, Eloy's bodyguard, Korg, a Kronan warrior, Hiroim, an ex-Shadow Priest, and finally, No Name, the Brood.
You're strong, slave, but you're no match for me.
That's so.
After a series of victories, the Hulk became something of a celebrity on Sakaar, as people cheered for the Green Scar, the name given to him after he scarred the face of the Red King in combat. It's also discovered that the Hulk's blood causes vegetation to grow on Sakaar. His actions and unrivaled strength were noticed by a resistance group known as the Sakaar Democratic Insurgency, who tracked him down and attempted to enlist him into their rebellion. However, he chooses to decline their offer and instead continues to fight in the arena. However, Eloy decides to abandon the group and is taken into custody along with many of the other rebels by the Imperial Death's head guard. Later, in the arena, the Red King decides to drop a bomb on the Hulk and his fellow gladiators, quite literally. The Hulk leaps into the air and takes the bulk of the explosion, saving his friends. Levinsky is wounded in the ensuing battle and later dies from his wounds, inspiring the remaining gladiators to form the Warbound, a sacred bond between warriors. The Red King pits the Hulk and his Warbound against none other than the Silver Surfer, who has also coincidentally been marked by an obedience disc, in their 3rd and final round in the arena. After a vicious struggle, the Hulk happens to destroy the Surfer's obedience disc, thus freeing him from the shackles of the Red King. But that doesn't stop the Hulk from continuing to kinda smash him. With the final round over, Hulk and his crew expect their freedom, but the Red King's top lieutenant Kyera presents one more test: execute the captured rebels, including their friend Eloy, and then they'll be let free. They obviously refuse, and just in the nick of time, the Surfer removes the obedience discs of all the other gladiators. Finally, fully freed, the Hulk and his Warbound tear through the walls of the Colosseum to their freedom. The Surf offers to take the Hulk with him on his return to the cosmos, but the Hulk decides to stay on Sakaar. Free from their obedience discs, Hulk and his companions are now on the run, with Kyera in hot pursuit. In his travels, the Hulk frees slaves and meets many inhabitants of Sakaar who claim that he exhibits qualities of a hero of legend, a figure who would rise up and become the savior of the people of this world, known as Sakaar Sun. But Hulk has no interest in puny legends and make-believe, so he ventures on, eventually clashing with Kyera in a deadly battle. However, their skirmish is interrupted in a sudden bombardment of spores, ones that cause freakish mutations and grisly deaths to anyone they impale, turning them into spikes. It's revealed that the Red King launched these weapons to stop the Hulk, knowing full well Kyera was in the area. Horrified by this revelation, Kyera joins the Hulk to spite her former master. The Hulk and Kyera rallied together an assault on the Red King's capital, culminating in a final showdown between the Big Bad and the Big Green. The Hulk comes out on top, taking the throne and Kyera as his wife. Hulk briefly lets Bruce Banner take control for a brief moment, and a monument is built in the city from the ship which the Hulk first arrived in. It seems like they would all live happily ever after, but unfortunately, the warp engine in the ship that brought Hulk to Sakaar malfunctions and explodes in a fiery blaze, obliterating basically the entire city. Almost everyone is killed in the blast, including the Hulk's queen, Kyera, who had become pregnant with his child. It should be expected that the Hulk's good old anger issues kicked in big time after that, as he blamed the heroes of Earth for what had just happened. In his fury, the Hulk's next move, along with his Warbound, is an all-out attack on Earth in an act of vengeance for what happened. But that is a whole other story.
We had no choice. When you get angry, Bruce, when you're overcome by rage, you are a force of destruction.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.